Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Toriko Chapter 226 review. Now, this week's chapter of Toriko, and first of all, I do apologize for the late chapter review. Of course, sometimes things don't always go the way you plan them to. I had planned to do this review on Friday. I should have done it on Thursday, but I planned to do it on Friday. But Friday, I had a lot of work to do. And I didn't finish it until like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Then around like 7 o'clock, I went to a house party. So you know how parties are. So I mean, that's the way it is, man. It's life. But what I will say, first of all, two things. Number one is that now I'm gonna make it my mission to try and maintain my appropriate scheduling for Toriko chapter reviews, which means Thursday, not Friday, Thursday. That's number one. And number two is that, just to throw it out there, I do feel a lot better now that the weight of this series that should not be named is off my shoulders. I feel a lot better. I mean, I'm sore because I worked out on Friday, but I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. We good. So, but that being said, all right. That being said, Toriko chapter 226 review. This week's chapter Toriko, man. Yeah. I mean, like, one of the best parts about this chapter was the realization that, and I'm pretty sure, like, this is strongly hinting this, that each of the kings have awoken some unique ability to them after they had performed the Shokan Banzai. I forgot the exact name. I think, yeah, but like that big appetite energy sphere. I think so. The Shoku Banzai. Something of that nature. I'm not too sure exactly. But something has happened with the energy of the gourmet cells inside of them. And for Sunny, it was his Saiyan hair. Alright, something had awoken in him that was unusual. And people, I remember when this thing first came out, the appetite energy, people were just like complaining. I mean, it was like, man, there's some DBZ shit. And no, look, do you see any DBZ shit? Are any DBZ characters doing Saiyan hair? I don't think so. No. So no. Toriko, well, Mitsutoshi did not cop out Akira. No. Toriko did not cop out DBZ. No. This is some like unique ass shit right now. This Saiyan hair. And after Time Rod gets his arm cut off, he sees what's going on. He sees that shit. He's like, something's happened to this guy. After he fought against the four beasts, something happened to this guy. He awoke in this new power, which means that we can assume that the same thing happened to Coco, Sunny, and Zebra. We can assume the same thing, because Coco, he's right now he should be falling down to some like underground location to get Grin Patch and like a certain technique or like a certain skill. And we can assume that this skill or technique has to do with his new awakened ability. Toriko may be the same way. Yeah, Toriko's probably the same way too. He probably awoken something when he performed the Oshoku Banzai, and Zebra as well. So I want to see this shit. We just saw Sunny's new thing. We just saw Sunny's, well, like we're seeing it right now. His Saiyan hair. I mean, look, man. Like, this was I don't want to like reveal the rating of the chapter until I'm actually done. So let me just say this, all right? That's number one. The first thing, I'll take number one. The possibility of, or actually no, the strong hint that the other kings have awoken some kind of unique ability that portrays to them in their character combat scheme. That's number one. Number two, the fight itself. Oh man. Oh man. Dude, the fight itself is fucking beautiful. And when I mean fucking beautiful, I mean fucking badass. It's like Sunny goes and he does his Saiyan hair, just fing, and he takes out Tommy Rod with Tommy Rod's arm, like fucking quick, like snap quick, like yeah. His arm's in the distance, all right. And then what happens is that it's like, okay, So Tommy Rod, he realized something about Sonny's gourmet cells that have awoken. And Sonny right now, he's having a really hard time concentrating on the double hair. Having a very hard time almost passing out. But he explains why later on. And then what happened? What happened was that, Sonny goes on full-on assault mode with the Saiyan hair. I call it double hair at first second. No, Saiyan hair. And Time Rod's dodging all these attacks. And then at some point, his Saiyan hair divides and tries to get Time Rod in a sphere. And then there's a breakdown. And they explain Time Rod's eyes. And this tripped me out. I was like, yo, fuck the Sharingan. Yeah, what is this? Apparently, alright, and they go on talking about, insect compound eyes. And according to Mitsutoshi, Tommy Rod has a compound eye that is composed of 1 million individual eyes. He can see through the infrared spectrum. He sees Sonny's fucking feelers, bro. He can see them. He can see them. Whoa. I was like, whoa, it was crazy. I was like, yo, this motherfucker's crazy. And then he proceeds to dodge every attack that goes along his route. Sonny then's like, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to go back to my regular hair. And then he tries to get Time Rod in the hair lock. But Time Rod quickly counters by doing some weird egg bomb spinning thing. And makes a ring of fire around himself. Or a ring of simultaneous explosions around himself. And it's hot and Sonny can't touch him. And then this dude, Sonny, was about to recommence an attack, and all of a sudden he just stops, and he feels pain, and lo and behold, Tommy Rod's arm, the one he had just called before, is on his neck, giving me a tight ass chokehold. I mean, he was crushing his neck, and it was and Tommy Rod's yeah, opportunity, and he comes in there and he starts to beat the living shit. He starts to beat the living shit out of Sonny. I mean, pure smackdown. He bit off a chunk of his shoulder. It was yeah, yeah. Just, it was what? Sonny's a bloody fucking mess. And then just Time Rod's it's over. Yeah. And he just, yeah. Right through the fucking stomach, man. Right through the stomach. And I'm thinking, yo, that's a beatdown, man. That's a beatdown. But he just stops. He can't move now. He can't move. He's done. He just can't move. And what's happening is apparently Sonny he controlled the hairs that were cut previously. And according to Sonny, the reason why he had a hard time controlling his double hair wasn't because he couldn't do it or he wasn't used to it. It was because of the fact that he was trying to control hair that he wasn't used to. And that hair that he wasn't used to wasn't the double hair, it was the cut hair. It was the hair that was previously cut by the insects beforehand. And it was and he had manipulated these hairs that were on the ground, apparently, at some point in time, to control all the nerves in Tommy Rod's body. And Tommy Rod can't move now. And apparently, according to Sonny right now, he can't maintain this for too long. And when he can't maintain it, so because and also he has to operate on his stomach real quickly because Time Rod punched the fucking hole through Sonny's stomach. And now what's happening here is that we have a situation where they're about to reach the climax of this fight. And the moment Sunny like lets go of his hair lock or his cut hair lock, they're gonna have like their final blow, and that's the chapter ends. So that's part 2. Part 2 is the fight itself, and I'm sorry, but I had to do a summary because the fight was like this is a good. Oh man, that was a good fight. It's a good fight, man. It's good. I mean, like this fight's like what 3 chapters long? Actually, no, 4 chapters because it's not over yet. All right, we have next week's chapter. Good fight. Good fight. Good fight. I like it. Yeah. And so that's part 2. Part 2. That's all. It's a great fight. Fuck that. It's a great fight. Short, but great. Actually, no, not that short. You know, 3 or 4 chapters, not that short. But the last part about this chapter was seeing mutual respect between Sunny and Timeline. Now that shocked the fuck out of me. Why? Because Sunny, he's a man obsessed about beauty. He's all about, you know, like embracing the beautiful, treasuring it, worshiping it. He personifies himself as like this beautiful entity, like he's some kind of like sacred deity, you know, like he just comes out like all floaty and shit, and he's like, you know, all twinkling. And then we have Tommy Ron. He's the polar opposite. He's a freak. He's a freak. He's a freak. Let me just fucking wipe my hand real quick. He's a freak. And there was mad mutual respect between these two. Like, yo, you're not that bad. It's like, yeah, you know, you're not that bad either. You know, like this reminds me of the fight I fought against Toriko. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna show some respect. I'm gonna tell you about my weakness. I'm gonna tell you that I can't maintain this lock for too long. You know what that means, right? That means that once I let go of this lock, that we're gonna see who the fuck actually wins this fight with the finishing blows. On some mutual respect between 2 guys I never thought would ever have mutual respect with each other. Tommy Rod and Sunny. I'm surprised. The reason I'm so surprised is because Mitsutoshi has refocused the rivalry of Toriko and Tommy Rod to Sunny and Tommy Rod. And now he's focusing more on the rivalry between Starjin and Toriko. So I like the way he kind of made that transition where the fight that Tommy Rod's going through right now is actually very reminiscent of the fight where he had against Toriko. And he actually has a lot of respect for this guy, Sunny. He has a lot of respect. And Sunny, he was like, yo, not a lot of dudes can actually, you know, come against me in hand-to-hand combat and be this successful. And also I like how they were correlating the fact that the way he controlled his hairs, the cut hairs, is the same way insects, like what was it, like an insect, golly, something, you know, where like insects can still control, like, or not control, but like parts, like for example, right, if you cut a cockroach in half, the cockroach can actually still move around with the other half, like they can still do that. It's the same way, the same thing. How yeah, like similar abilities in a way. Where Tommy Rod, he controlled his own arm that was apart from his own body. And the same notion, Sunny did the same thing with his hair. But it's the paradigm of the beautiful and the disgusting. Like Beauty and the Beast kind of way. Like it's very, like, I like it. I like the way Mitsutoshi is like personifying that in these 2 characters. And they have this mutual respect for each other. Like that was very beautiful. Like it was well done. It was well done, to say the least. Like, he gave us depth in these characters. Depth. That, especially from Tommy Rod, who we've seen, like, only, like, once. Well, not once, but, like, who only had, like, one real focus in the series so far. And that was back in the Ice Hell Continent arc. And, you know, that was very good. Very good. Very good. So, this week's chapter rating, great. This was a great chapter, Toriko. It was a great chapter. It's the setup for future abilities of the other kings and seeing where they're going to stem from now with their power scheme. It's the fight itself, which was just it's a very good fight. It's a very, yeah, fucking no, yeah. It's a very good part. When you have body parts flying all over the place, massive amounts of blood, insects, all potentially like Life Viper plus, like, you know, potential be like, you know, like a Life Viper plus hype going on here. Like just seeing new abilities in general, and like the fight itself, it's a very good fight. And then at the end of the day, even though the fight's not over yet, seeing mutual respect between two combatants that normally should never have mutual respect for each other. Like this is one of Mitsutoshi's best fights. I mean, it's not over yet, but it's one of his best fights. In my opinion, hell yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, seriously, absolutely. I mean, like we even got like a miniature flashback of Sunny. And then, you know, where his emotions lie when it comes to things like pain, and how much depth beauty has to him, where it hurts him right in the fucking heart, man. You know, like that's, like he went deep in this fight. He went like Mitsutoshi, like seriously, bro. Like this, and all of it's coming out in like this one chapter. Just seeing the respect, like great chapter. All right, I can't say anymore, man. It was a great chapter, Toriko. It truly was. It truly was, right? Yeah. I mean, actually, I'd probably give it amazing. I'll lowball it, and I'll give it great. But, I mean, I want to give it amazing, but I'll give it great because I'm lowballing here. I mean, it should be amazing. Because like, when you consider it from an overall perspective, it's an amazing chapter. But when you consider it from the chapter itself, it's a great chapter. I'll put it like that. So, King of Lightning, I'm done. Be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And now I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day.